Good morning. How are you this morning? My question of the day is, where are you from? I'm just checking out to make sure things are working here. Post in the comments where you are from, and then tell me what is one of your best days that you've had. I posted on here how my worst day was my best day. And my 3 daughters all got married within 24 months. It was a crazy, crazy time. A little bit overwhelming. After my second daughter got married, my next one was engaged within 2 weeks. And her boyfriend at the time said, "I gave you 2 weeks." I was like, "Really? Thank you." You have no clue. But at my second daughter's wedding was a day we had been praying for a long time, because she had an outdoor wedding at an apple orchard. And so there's always that worry about rain. Have you ever had an outdoor wedding? Or had kids have an outdoor wedding? It's stressful, and trying to have a backup plan, but sometimes there isn't a backup plan because there's no room for a backup plan. We had tents all over the place that were great because it was really sunny and it was nice for people to sit under during the reception. But their wedding was out in the orchard on a hill overlooking a pond. So if you can imagine, it was beautiful. And gorgeous, gorgeous day. And an hour before the wedding, I got a phone call from my youngest sister. She and her husband were supposed to be greeting people as they came to this wedding and telling them where to go, because they had to hop on a wagon to get out to the ceremony, or they could walk. And my other sister was supposed to be bringing my parents to be there in time to get pictures taken. So it was an hour before the wedding. I had been walking all over the place. My feet hurt, so I was finally just sat down to relax and take a load up for a minute. Wearing shoes that you normally would not wear walking around an apple orchard. But anyway, I sat down and luckily had my phone with me, and it was my youngest sister, and she said, "We're gonna be late. Dad is in the hospital. He just had a heart attack." What? Isn't it amazing how emotions just come back? Whew. So it was nice. My son-in-law to be was standing right there, and he is a paramedic. So he asked what was going on, and I told him, and he told me. I cry very easy, you guys. Very easy. So he told me all the statistics, which helped to a point, but it's their wedding. Statistics don't really help when you can't get to the hospital, which many people are dealing with right now. Loved ones are in the hospital and they can't be there. So my middle sister was there. She's the one who took him and my mom to the hospital. And the crazy thing was, my mom didn't think, they live 3 hours away from us. We didn't think my mom and dad were going to show up because my mom had been in the hospital before they came to the wedding. So when they showed up, we were all very surprised the night before. But then to have this happen, and in a way, it's a blessing because they live in a small town, and he would have had to probably be flown here to get help, which happened to my mom a couple years before that. Yeah, heart issues aren't kind of a thing in my family. Anyway, so I told my friends, I had two friends who were helping out, and they were a whole group from my work came to help get the food ready and serve the food. They were amazing. They've done that at all three of the weddings because they just love to. They're great servants. And so they were all arriving. So I told my two friends who were standing right beside me, I said, please tell everyone what happened and tell them not to come and hug me or talk to me because I need to make it through the ceremony. And I don't know about you guys, but when there's a struggle, hugging makes me cry. And I was already having enough problem with trying to keep from crying. So I was in and out of the bathroom a lot, and I'd come out of the bathroom and, to clean up my face, whatever. I'd come out of the bathroom and somebody would go, "Are you okay?" I'd be like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I'd go back in the bathroom. There were very limited bathrooms at this place. So, but I look back now and think of all I had to be thankful for. And there is so much. Friends and family that were praying. Strength from God to make it through this day. There's just no possible way I thought I would make it through this day. And to still have joy in my daughter's wedding. And there was that. I had family who were connecting with my mom and my sister because I knew I couldn't do that. Do you have somebody in your life that when you talk to them in a tough situation, you just break down? That's my mom and my sister. I knew I couldn't do that. So I had family and friends who were keeping in contact with them. One of my other daughters was telling relatives when they came. We had family on both sides of our family who have come together and help set everything up, help take everything down. And that was a huge blessing. Always has been. It's been kind of a fun thing that we all have done together. During those 2 years that my daughters got married, my sister had 3 kids who got married within those 2 years. And my husband's brother had 3 kids that got married during those 2 years. So we all worked together at each other's weddings to help out. And it was such a gift. I did not see my dad until Sunday night because we had to clean up and see relatives and family off. And so that was really tough. But my dad is a very social person. And because so many of our relatives were at the wedding, they stopped and saw him at the hospital. They had taken him 45 minutes away to a hospital that he requested, which was right by our house, but the orchard was 45 minutes away. So I couldn't get there to see him, but he had tons of visitors, which he absolutely loved. And then many people said it was their favorite wedding that they went to. And even the people who run the orchard said, I have never seen a group of people come together and put on such a beautiful wedding, have such a good time in a hard situation. But one of the funny things was it wasn't really funny, but it was like, oh my goodness. 2 weeks after the wedding, my new son-in-law was over talking with me, and he said, that he had been with his sister, and they were talking about the wedding and what a beautiful day it was. And he said, "Yeah, but with my mother-in-law's dad having the heart attack." And she was like, "What? He had a heart attack? That's why he wasn't there? Is that why your mother-in-law was crying?" And I'm like, oh my goodness, how many people who were not friends and relatives of us thought I was crying over the wedding? It just totally was like, oh shoot. But where do you bring up in a wedding, oh, by the way, to people that you don't know? So that was kind of a thing. I was like, everybody thinks on my son-in-law's side that I was crying because of the wedding. No. I was so happy about the wedding. It was all the other stuff that you just have no control over. And with not being able to see my dad for those 2 days, it was really rough. So the next day in the morning, I woke up and I just could not control myself because I needed to see him, but I knew the whole day I couldn't. So we just started working and went out to the orchard and started taking everything down. And my nephew, husband's nephew, he's the oldest on his side, came up and he's like, "Can I give you a hug today?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So I felt really bad about that, but that's how God took me through that day. So I am very thankful and grateful. And when you look back at things in your life that were really tough at the moment, how can you look back and be thankful for what all that happened during that time? Sometimes it's growth within us. Sometimes it's just seeing the people around us that hold us up. What can you be thankful for during a very rough time? I hope you have a great day. Look for your joy moments throughout today, and don't miss them, because God's got joy moments out there. You just need to look for them. Have a great day.